on your guard.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this. Going in. Take it. I'm a perfect airborne target. Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly. Frozen
Hammer.
None shall escape my judgment.
Watch this. Do it.
Shisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Strike! Yeah. Nice technique. Do it.
In an instant!
Impact Cross.
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my arc! When he slows down, that's our chance! Take this!
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf!
Now or never!
You've been snaring to me. Yeah, and utterly to me.
Now we're back!
Watch this!
Swallow blade!
In a bind?
Here I come!
You shouldn't have messed with me.
Start on it! Mirage! Here I come! Now we're not...
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Here I come!
Lunar Rongo!
My astral energy!
Say no more! Not a chance!
Watch this! This one is mine!
Let the marksman handle this!
Do it!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. treasure. What a sweet-sounding ring it has.
You really think so? I feel sprightlier than before.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did. Have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
Let's dispose of the trash.
In a bind? Here I come! Eat this! Going in! Tiger Blade! Lunarongo! Turning!
Here's evil!
Shattering Spin! Flying Spree! Why can't they just sit still?
Shia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
You're finished!
I lost myself in the heat of the moment.
Here I come! Tiger Blade! I'm on it! I can carve through
Leave the
one!
enemy's art to me!
The power of light!
Milky Blade here!
Not in the stream!
What a relief!
Cyan Instant! Back into the fray!
Lunarongo! Tiger Blade! I'm on it! Ignite! Torrid Hurricane! You're mine!
Make it right! Ikara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! And down!
Let's keep up the pace!
I'll finish you here and now! Tiger Blade!
You've got pretty impressive aim there. Thought of taking up the rifle yourself? Nah, this is more my style.
Lunarongo!
Lancer!
Stardust! Dragon Shell!
Going in!
You're on! You're
I'll
finished!
heal you all!
Tiger Blade! In an instant! Impact Cross!
Here, let me
My
help!
turn! You're on a roll now! Down! You're on! Take this!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Here, let me help!
You're mine! Lunarongo!
Airborne beast! My special!
over!
Crystal spear! Here's evil!
Got fire!
I've got it! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! Now I can let loose! Glimmer Dragon!
Falling Flame of
Take
Fury!
this!
Burning spear! Here's evil!
Make it rain!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Don't get complacent. We're in for a long slog with this one.
Take this! Swallowing Hand! Last lift up!
Tiger Blade!
You're on! Not today! I'm knocked up!
Make it rain!
Ikara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
Not by a
Hand!
long shot.
Here's evil! Freeze Lancer!
Take this! You're finished!
Do it!
Take this! Kitara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Sword and shield!
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're...
Ow! Take this!
Right here! I got you!
It's a jewel of the art! A freezing storm! Where are you going?
I'm just getting started! Stardust! Enemy carve through! Do it!
We'll soon see about... Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
Not by a long shot.
Ignite!
Do it!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Here I go!
Now! Stardust! Lunarongo!
Denied!
Mirage! Demon Fang!
Do it!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
No!
Make it rain!
Very well. Astral energy. Full throttle.
Didn't even break a sweat. It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. In a bind.
Worth a shot!
Take it!
Watch it! Watch it!
Here I come!
This one's mine!
Take it!
That's enough!
Astral Launch?
That's my cue.
Shut him down!
Did you just hear me?
Only you remember?
Right.
Strata! Lunar Rondo! Mirage!
Make it rain!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
It's over!
Here I go. It's over.
You're mine! Demon Fang! Kill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
A comfortable win.
I'm surrounded!
You're mine!
I'll smash you!
Going in!
Burn!
One more!
Plasma shock!
I'm on! Far enough!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
This one's all mine!
In a bind.
Tiger Blade!
Plasma shock!
Falling storm! Make it rain! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your one. And done.
Let's keep up the pace!
Follow
Falling storm! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Here goes. Hear me.
Demon Fang!
It was not well.
Good shot!
It's over. Into the fray.
Here I come! Plasma shock!
You're taking too many hits!
Demon Fang! Plasma shock!
Make it rain!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! My turn!
Look sharp.
Do it!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
I wonder if I'm as strong as my dad was.
One day I think you'll surpass him.
I wonder when. We got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
Let's dispose of the trash.
This one's mine! This one's mine! A freezing storm!
Demon Fang!
Talon Hurricane! Tiger Blade! Glimmer Dragon! I can make it rain! Go for it! Prepare to crumble!
You were practically a blur.
Together with your marksmanship, we make quite the team.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
Ow! Take this! Plasma shock!
Look sharp! Freeze Lancer! Dragon Shout! Going in!
You picked the wrong fight!
This one's mine! Do it! Go for it! Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
Eat this! Not by a long shot! I'm all stopped up! Mega
Take
Ray!
this! It's over!
First strike!
Take this! Blast the
I'm
shot!
going on instant!
You're on!
Do it! Zara! Go for it! Prepare to crumble!
I've still got a ways to go!
Out of our way!
You're mine!
Dragon
Blast the shot!
Mega Ray!
Lunar Rondo! This one's all mine! You're on!
Mega
You'll
Ray!
finish!
Tiger Blade!
This one's mine!
Eat this!
Take this!
My head's spinning! Mega Ray!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Sure I've built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sars... it's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that.
Let's dispose of the trash.
You're finished!
No further!
Here,
Take this!
Appreciate the help! I'll smash you! Here I go!
You're on!
Blast the shot!
Rip and tear!
Tiger Blade! Hammy! Burning Fire! Denied!
No escape! Take this!
Freezing
Blast
Storm!
the shock!
Lucian!
Lunar Rondo!
Let the marksman
You're on!
handle this!
Blast the shock!
Do it!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
Prepare to be sealed.
Going in!
Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Let's talk in more duels! Tiger Blade!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Good to know my training is paying off.
Right, here goes! Blast the shot!
Hey, when did I get
Burn hell!
Annihilation!
Here I come!
Megatron!
You're on!
This one's mine! Take this!
Blast the shot!
Blaze of fear!
Here's the evil!
Tiger Blade! Freeze
Blast the
Lancer!
shot!
I will carve through armor!
Here's the
Should've
healing
messed
arts!
with me!
You're on!
First aid!
Blast the shot!
I'll rip you through! Tiger Blade! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this!
Here's a healing
Take
art!
this!
Can't get out of this!
First time!
Dragon Shout! All things
Right
here and now!
Not today!
Glacial spear! Here's the evil!
Freeze Lancer! Swallow this! Let me help! Make it rain!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique! Do it! Shoot!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
What's that big tower over there?
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
You make sure to rest too, Hoodle.
This is a true masterpiece, no less than culinary art.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind, either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him.
You
know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Coming through! Freeze Lancer! On guard! Glimmer Dragon!
Fine freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
You're mine!
Eat this! Roll now! I'm only getting started!
Lunarongo!
Talent Storm! On guard!
Plasma Shock!
Not today!
One more! Make it rain!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Ditto!
Nice technique!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Now! Lunarongo!
What is
You're on!
Shot!
here? Get toasty!
Burn Strike!
That's quite the technique.
You need me? I'm there.
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
Bad feeling about it.
Go in! Get behind me!
Here I come! Here I come!
Freezing Storm! On guard! One more!
Ice Tornado!
Plasma Shock!
Got fire!
I've got this! Let a monster handle it!
All yours!
Perfect move!
Take this! I'm not done!
Radiant here!
Don't mind if I do!
Radiant here!
Here I come! Plasma Shock!
Cyan Instant!
Get over the net! Hurricane! You're mine! Eagle Fly! Talent Storm! This one's mine!
You're mine!
Go on! Roll now!
Here goes!
Laser Field!
Eat dirt!
Freeze Lancer!
Falling Storm!
Take this!
Tiger Blade!
Annihilation!
I'm on!
Hear me!
Talent Storm! Where are you going? This one
Here, let me help!
Tiger Blade! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
And it's your turn! Let's keep up the pace!
Not on my watch! Healing Circle!
Eagle Fly!
This!
Lunarongo!
Do it!
You're on!
Get toasty!
Burn Strike!
My turn!
Here!
Plasma Shock!
Wanna think way
Lunarongo!
If it's in the sky,
This
it's
one's
mine!
mine!
You're mine! It's over!
Here goes!
Piercing roar! Mega Ray!
Take this!
Annihilation!
Plasma
One
Shock!
more! Do it! Do it!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
I've been doing really great lately.
What a rush! Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly! You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag-Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? Said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Blazing meteor!
Joy,
Entertain me. So you're looking back. Can't move.
No! Don't leave me all alone.
I'm out!
Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Train harder! I'll heal you all!
You're mine! First strike!
This one's mine!
I owe you one.
take this.
So much for sitting this far down.
No, healing up!
Let's let you ease down.
Stay away from my friend now!
It's weakened!
Really?
Denied!
This ends now!
Lightning meteor!
Here I come! Demon
Going in.
Take this.
Plasma shock!
I'll bring you back my yellow bit.
You're mine!
Now or never.
Take
Tiger
this.
blade! I never miss!
Enjoy.
You're mine! This should do it! I owe you one!
Take this.
Hold nothing back!
Not my finest.
Here I come!
Die.
Annihilation!
Enjoy.
You're finished!
I'll bring you back from death to
Here.
bit.
Plasma
I'll bring you
shock!
back from death to bit.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll bring you back from death to
Take
bit.
it!
Die.
You feel the medicine
Enjoy.
work?
No!
I'll bring you from death to bit. You have
Take
to hold
this.
on. Resist it! Will this
Enjoy.
help you?
Not
Finish
so
it.
easy does it!
Here, let me help.
Take this. Die.
Water! I'm gone!
Flame of fury! Burning strike!
In a bind?
Take this.
This one's mine!
Take this! Plasma shock!
Here, let me help.
This one's all mine!
Here's the healing arm.
Not done! Ignite!
Show me your strength.
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought you were...
I'm fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine. Really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest. Hey.
are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain. But you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renins have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renins, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renins here, there should still be some people around.
This debris... Do you think it could be the work of Renin astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renins can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shiona's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renins like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important, and learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.